Hey guys, I'm Sage Valentine. Welcome to my channel of the same name. Right now I'm going to review for you CBS's Big Brother Season 17, episode number 12. The irony when a player who has been throwing the battle of the block for how many times? Finally tries to win it and they lose. This is the reason why I always say that it is a dumb idea to throw any competition either on Survivor or Big Brother because it always comes back and bites you in the butt. And this time it bit John in the butt because he was actually trying to win and he lost. Sucks for him. As usual, Audrey feels safe. And why does she feel safe? Because Liz and Shelly are HOHs and they're obviously not really going to target her. At least that's what she's thinking. So basically, Austin, Clay, Shelly, and Liz are all in this alliance called the Sixth Sense. It's something that nobody knows about as of yet. There were some developments tonight. You guys will find out on Wednesday what happened with that alliance. Whether it was positive or negative, I have to read more up on it because as the developments happened, I was actually watching the live show. I really need to start watching the show and the feeds at the exact same time to see what's going on. Okay, as far as Austin, Clay, and Shelly, they are worried, trying to basically rack their brains and figure out who those 4 votes were for James. Now, in case you guys don't know, the 4 votes for James were, hopefully I'm getting this right, Jackie, John, Liz, and Steve. Now, they don't suspect Steve at this point, but they are so worried about John and Jackie, and they believe that, especially Austin, that those 2 lied to his face about their votes. Little does he know that Liz voted to keep Jeff in the house. Wait until he finds that one out. But he probably won't until he gets kicked out, obviously. Steve is upset that he didn't win HOH. And I really didn't like his edit because the edit kind of made him look like he was like losing it a little bit. As I always say, we're watching this from home, but if you do not watch the feeds, you get this like skewed perception of the different people in the house. Steve is a little bit quirky and strange, but I wouldn't call him crazy, and this episode definitely painted Steve as being crazy. Now, Jason is upset that he is nominated. I think he figured out that this was going to happen, but what really pisses him off is the fact that no one is on his side and he can't trust anybody. Nobody's going to help him with this. And he's upset that neither HOH will actually make a move and put somebody else except for the usual suspects. And by usual suspects, I mean like besides Steve, James, John, Meg, put somebody else up. I don't know, maybe Austin or Clay, I guess is what he's trying to infer. Now, John still believes in the twin twist, which we already know is obviously a twist, and most of the house guests have figured it out. And Shelly is trying to keep it under wraps because, as I said in my previous review, she and Liz are in the same sorority. So John noticed that one of the twins has a like crown or a fake tooth where their 9th tooth is supposed to be. I'm not sure like which direction that one is. Is it the top, is it the bottom? But he saw it. And after hearing Liz's HOH letter, it felt like it was a letter meant for more than one person and not just one person. See, John is very observant. Unfortunately, I wish he was more observant a couple weeks ago when they were making him or like talking to him and convincing him to throw those competitions, but I digress. But anyway, Liz wants to nominate Jackie, and again, she, like Shelly, wants to nominate a person like Jackie because they didn't have a conversation. That makes no sense. And I guess, to me, honestly, if she had a reason to nominate Jackie, I wouldn't be so bothered, but it's bringing back echoes of when they nominated Davon and they never really came up with a real reason as to why they nominated her. But again, I digress. So Jackie, basically, she's worried. She goes to Austin, tells Austin that she can work with him. Austin runs his mouth and tells her that she's going to be put up as a pawn. She, for some reason, runs to Shelly and tells Shelly everything that Austin said. So now Shelly's kind of iffy about Austin, even though she should have been from the beginning. So she's mad because he went rogue and he basically ran his mouth about all of that. Now, Clay goes to John and he's trying to get John to throw the competition. See, that's what I was talking about. You should not be that person, that pawn for people to rely on. John could have said no. The heck with this. Can you guys pick somebody else? I don't feel comfortable with it. He never did. He just went along with it and was happy and everything. So they figure every week they can use him. So long as he doesn't win HOH. Hopefully he wins it next week because he's going to pop up there again. If he doesn't win HOH next week, they're going to try to use him as a pawn. He's in a very sticky situation this week. Hopefully he makes it out and at least wins the veto. I do know who won the veto. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys. I promise. Now, here's a big conundrum. Audrey, no big surprise. She runs and decides to throw Jason under the bus, saying that Jason was going to target Shelly. Jason hasn't said anything about this. Shelly is not his target at this point. Clay, maybe, possibly, but Shelly, nah, not yet. So basically, at this point, Shelly nominated Jason and John. Liz nominated James and Jackie. So Jason is like freaking out, like, why am I on the block? And then Shelly explains, like, Audrey brought up your name, and I don't know why she brought up your name. Like, Shelly acts so surprised, like so brand new. If you never heard of the term, whenever I say brand new, in terms of any house guest, I'm saying, like, she's so surprised, like, oh my God, this is the first time she did something like this. No, Audrey's been lying since day one. Now, Jason knows or realized that obviously John is going to throw another competition because Clay runs and pulls him to the side. At least be discreet about it. And Jason's a little bit upset. So Audrey runs to Shelly and she starts backpedaling, saying, oh, I just told you about Jason because, that's something that you guys said. And then Shelly's all upset because she believed Audrey. I don't know why you're believing Audrey when you had 4 people, basically the whole house telling you, what, Audrey's a liar, don't believe her, but you're still believing her. And then we get to the battle of the block, and the winners are Jackie and James. And now, some people will probably look at this, the ones that aren't watching the feeds, and say, oh my God, Jason's going to go home. Remember, Shelly does like Jason. John is in a big conundrum right now because unless he wins the power of veto, and say, for instance, Jason wins the power of veto and takes himself off, John's stuck up there against somebody. And if he goes up against somebody like Austin or Clay, John's going to end up going home. This is the whole reason why I always say it's not good to throw these competitions. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to rate this video, leave your comments, and subscribe to my brand of crazy. Hit me up on Twitter and Google Plus at Sage Valentine. I love you guys. I'm like pouring sweat because I'm going through a heat wave right now. Well, the East Coast is. I don't know about the West Coast and the Midwest, but it's just hot. And I had to turn everything off just so you guys could hear me clearly. But I love you all. Take care, and let me know if you're still looking for Hannibal or Under the Dome reviews, and I'll get those up for you guys. But until the next Big Brother review, I love you guys. Take care. Bye, guys. Bye.